All right, guys. Now we have sound. I'm truly sorry. Wow. Fucking noob
Okay.
move.
Well
Fuck.
done, Toby.
Fucking.
Well done, Toby. Well done.
Yeah, no. I muted it because at the end of the stream yesterday we shut it off. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's
So
just.
we've
Let's
spoken for 5 minutes and no one's heard us. Well done, Toby. And you call yourself a YouTube celebrity.
hashtag no audio. Way to go. We're finally live with audio.
Hashtag, I hate hashtags.
What? You don't like when people go
You're not supposed to
No,
vocalize them.
No, you
Exactly.
totally.
No one
There is
says the word
there is an
hashtag.
unspoken rule about being able to vocalize hashtags. In my
You
book, there
only
is.
say it if you have it on the screen, but you don't say it after every fucking sentence. It makes you sound like a douche.
I think if it's kind of an interesting statement, you're allowed to. That's just me
Every
personally.
statement, every sentence.
Okay, hashtag awesome. Anyway, what you brought up was we already know the main event is Rock versus Cena, and I was expecting the match they had. The promos though, it's like we already know it's the main event. Okay, we already know, and they had 5 different promos. So you thought, wait, wow, they're doing Rock versus Cena as the second
Didn't they have
match?
a promo for it right after the halftime thing?
No, they had a promo for it between every single match almost. So like after
We already bought it. We're not going away.
yeah, it's like, do they not realize that? Like, no, you guys, no, we're here. Don't worry about it. Like after the Shield match, they aired the promo. We're like, no way, they're not going second, are they? And then Mark Henry and Ryback came out. Let's break these down. Make sure, is everybody sound good, or is sound up now?
Yes.
I can't tell the first 2 matches.
Sound. They've got sound.
All right, guys, thank you. Sorry about that. I apologize. It was a yesterday stream. Let's break it right down the card. So mid card, you said you liked the finish yard. What about that finish was good?
What for the pre-show?
The pre-show. What you said you loved the finish. What about it?
Yeah, the drop toe hold into the figure 4. Come on.
I
Normally when you see a figure 4, they do the stupid little flare, woo, yada yada, the spinning.
Is he still
Nice
doing it
and
wrong?
simple.
Is it just me, or does it look like he's doing it wrong?
No, he did it right. He did it perfect.
It just looks weird. I was surprised because they still had 10 minutes to go, and it was a short match. It really was.
Yeah.
It
was like an 8-minute, 9-minute match.
Now, we had bet each other, and we had this match card, and you can go look it out, twitter.com/WMove, or facebook.com/WMove, or you can tout it out, tout.com/WMove. Guys, make sure, if you want your touts to show on air, go tout us right now. Hashtag WM Live. We're going to keep telling you about it 50 times. We're going to tell you about it 50 times during the show, and then show one tout.
You'd make a great Michael Cole replacement.
I know, right?
Hit those social medias one after another.
Get those social medias one after another. I wanted to bring that up, though.
Social media get glue, is it?
What?
Like there's another one that.
Oh yeah, if you want to get stickers, go to getglue.com/WM Live. The first match of the night, the Shield taking on Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Big Show. Was anybody surprised that was the first match? I was thinking it was going to be like Fandango or Chris Jericho or.
No, I thought it was going to be the tag team match first.
Really?
The normal tag team title.
Okay.
I thought it would have been that.
Wait, which one?
No, that was. I mean, Hell No and Ziggler.
Oh, okay. All right. The Shield match, what did you think of it, Hurricane? That was the very first match on the show.
Very funny.
Did you get to see it?
No, I missed the first 50 minutes.
The first what? Did you say 50? Did you say 15 or 50?
50.
50?
Oh.
You know, it's on replay right now. If you go like record it.
No, I checked. They played the UFC promo.
It will restart here very shortly. I think it already did. So you're probably missing it. Swagger wins on screen. The Shield match, I actually thought was a pretty good match. The one thing that they were trying to sell were they were going for the powerbomb, the triple powerbomb. Was it Sheamus was up, right? Sheamus was up.
Yeah, Sheamus was up.
And Big Show hit a spear on all 3 guys. And Michael Cole and JBL and King were selling it like, oh my God, what a spear! Holy crap! I'm like, we were laughing like he kind of barely touched him, to be honest with you. He didn't really do anything.
He got arm posters more than all the other ones.
Yeah, because Dean got in the way.
Yeah, but Seth Rollins sold it like a boss, even though he hit him. It's like he
Seth during that match sold everything. Big Show and Sheamus, they ripped off the vests. It was good to see them without the vests on, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
it didn't make them like the Shield though. The vest is part of them.
I was okay with them not having the vest, to be completely honest with you. I thought it looked good. One of the things that I really liked about the match, because it wasn't a long match, it was like a 10-minute match. They're really showing Roman Reigns as his power guy.
Yeah.
And in the finish, we'll describe it here. Randy had tagged in when Sheamus was getting the crap beat out of him, but Big Show was waiting for the tag.
Yeah.
So we thought everybody said Randy's gonna go heel, and we thought maybe Big Show would tag in instead, but no, that wasn't the case. So Randy goes in and he's hulking up, he's doing his stuff, and was it on Dean Ambrose, right? And then Seth Rollins goes up top, and he hits an RKO out of nowhere, and that was just a sick RKO.
Off the springboard. Yeah.
He sold that like a champ, and then Roman Reigns came in, speared him. Dean got the.
While the ref wasn't looking, remember, because it would have been an illegal maneuver. They would have been DQ'd.
Well, the refs tonight were kind of shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Mike Chioda #pussy, but
only one ref knockout the entire time,
and it was the most bullshit knockout in the world. He's just like, hey, he like spirit fingered the referee. Can I say that?
Yeah.
He spirit fingered. Anyway, so Dean Ambrose got the pin on Randy Orton 1, 2, 3. So does this mean? And afterwards, Big Show knocked out Sheamus and Randy Orton. Does this mean we're getting another Randy Orton versus Big Show rivalry? Or both of them?
More than likely. You may just see a triple threat between the three of them. But like a #1 contendership next month.
That makes sense.
But then who does the Shield face then? The Shield has to face someone. Do they go after the tag titles next?
I don't know if I'm the only one. I still want to see the Freebird rule in effect. I would love to see like one night they're just like Roman's like, I got this, dude, and he goes out and defends the titles, and like they can then switch it up. I would love to see that.
Yeah. It works for the Spirit Squad. So
overall, what do you guys think of that match? What would you give it a rating wise?
I would give it a solid 3. It certainly wasn't as good as
out of 5 or 10.
Out of 5.
Okay, I was like out of 10. I don't know.
Yeah,
You're kind of
out of 10. Then you would go a nice healthy 6.
A nice healthy 6 out of 10. All right, Hurricane. What would you give it?
Not available.
Yeah, dude. But so what we've explained to you.
It's 4:30 in the morning for me, and I still know more than you. Jesus.
So the way we explained it, Hurricane, what would you give it?
Probably 6.5. I think that the finish was pretty good, and the RKO spot would have been cool to see if I could have seen it. Thanks, Comcast.
All right. Do you want to go? Let's go through all the matches and then take calls. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Yeah, but let's do that first. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go through all the matches, guys. For those of you guys calling the number because you know it by heart, just don't call in yet. Once the number's on screen, you can go ahead and get hold of it. If you want to tweet at us, our social media ambassador for this one is Snooki. She's looking good. I hate to admit it, but she's looking good. Oh, you didn't see that either. Damn it.
She was behind Jerry Lawler the whole time.
And I'm surprised you could see the little midget, but whatever. She was on screen, and she was a social media ambassador. If you want to tweet at us, twitter.com/.
I think she had a booster seat, to be honest.
A booster seat? It's my yard and the Mr. Hurricane. Go tweet at us. Use the hashtag WMLive. It's on the screen right now. If you want to tweet at me, include those guys in. Mark Henry versus Ryback. Now, obviously, you didn't get to see this, Hurricane. You've got to watch this.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised at the result, honestly.
Yard, was that a Goldberg Brock Lesnar match to you? Big guys, was that a boring match?
No, I would say I would say Brock Lesnar I would say Rock Cena was a Goldberg.
Really?
Yeah.
That was just a constant reversal.
But I'll explain it when we get to that match. As far as Ryback Mark Henry went, it was all right. It was nice to see Mark Henry dominate pretty much for most of it.
It was, and there was a couple cool spots. In the end, though, Ryback was going for the shell shock. He gets him up, and Mark Henry grabs the rope and falls on top of him, and he didn't fall on top of him flush. And he
Well, I don't know. It was still quite hard. I wouldn't say it was.
He fell on him in like a good way to end the match. I think
Yeah, it wasn't like it's going to hurt him, but it was a good selling drop.
Absolutely, and he pinned him 1, 2, 3. So Mark Henry, in fact, beat Ryback. But there was a point where the Goldberg chants were actually I can't remember what it was, like "You are Goldberg," or there weren't Goldberg chants, but it was a line in there. After though, Ryback gets up, he's pissed, beats down Mark Henry, picks him up for a shell shock, hits the shell shock. Was anybody else surprised?
Not like a quick shell shock. He was walking for a good 10 seconds.
Yeah, he held him up there. He honestly was. I think
this and other matches. These and other matches, the thing that irritated me is you could see them talking to each other. The cameramen fucked up so much. It's going to appear so much on Botchamania.
Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff in Botchamania. Yard, you want to keep out a look when we talk about this? Can you remember the Botchamania spots? Botch spots?
Oh, well, Rock Cena was every half a minute.
CM Punk Taker, the table now breaking. I can just picture the Botchamania, the table.
Right.
So wait a minute though, with that table.
That was going to happen though with the table. I just had a feeling it just wasn't going to break.
So the fact that it didn't break though, do you think that the other announced table was supposed to be the one that was getting breaking between Brock and Triple H?
I think, yeah, probably.
Okay, all right. So that match, what did you think of it? Like, so Mark Henry got the victory technically at WrestleMania, but we got to see Ryback shell shock Mark Henry. Are we going to see another match, Yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really the finish that would end a feud.
No.
So now is that because I know the one thing you said on Twitter Hurricane was this is a card that doesn't make me want to tune in the next night. I want to see what happens between Mark Henry and Ryback. That's what I do.
Well, I want to watch tomorrow because I watch wrestling, not because I'm excited really.
Okay, all right. Now we're gonna stick with that. Once again, that was a short match. It was about 8 minutes, and then came time for the tag team match, which was a lot shorter than I thought it was gonna be. You had Big E Langston come out in kind of a porno suit attire with a white. It looked hilarious.
Well, he's trying to represent the colors of his country or his whatever else, which he's done always before, hasn't he?
Is he not from the U.S.?
I don't know. He's wearing all those Jamaican colors, but I don't know why. There must be a reason.
Yeah, it's gonna be. They're gonna do Kofi versus.
I'm on the Google, guys.
The only reason I was disappointed with this match is because
he's American, so I want
nationality
to know,
American.
So why
he likes colors.
Oh, Ryback in the game, shell shocked Mark Henry.
No, it's African Caribbean, so that's probably why he's got the colors of it.
Okay, all right. I was a little surprised here, one, that this match was short, and I had sold myself so much on the possibility of Big E screwing Dolph and Big E being like, I use you to get to Mania, and AJ getting involved, and then Dolph cashing in on a heel swagger. I sold myself on that so much, and when it didn't happen, and I think that's one of the reasons people hate WrestleMania, because they were selling themselves on like a John Cena heel turn, this happening, and when it didn't happen, people thought it was instantly a bad pay-per-view.
The tag team match, it showed off Big E Langston good.
It did. So I think going forward,
Kane being manhandled.
I try not to let results of matches sway whether or not I liked a pay-per-view or not.
Okay.
Like I want to see how the match went.
Did you see this match, or was this another one you missed?
This was the last one I missed.
Okay, so Yard.
It was a decent match. It was a good match. The ending was more like a normal pay-per-view ending than a WrestleMania ending.
So Team Hell No got the victory.
It's like they hit finisher and a finisher together.
Yeah. That was a little
It wasn't like a WrestleMania ending.
But was that to definitely break Big E up and Dolph up? Like, because didn't Big E cost him the victory? Because Big E tried to go in for a save. He got knocked out by Kane or Daniel Bryan. And like, can't Daniel Bryan, not Bryant, God. Can't Dolph use that and then go complain to Big E and AJ now? Because AJ tried to help and it backfired completely with a briefcase. Yeah. So is this the split from Dolph Ziggler?
Are you playing WWE 13 by any chance? Or you just use the video clips?
It's the game. Why?
It's just because obviously on the stream it's finished, so obviously you need to change it. Unless you've got it set to story mode.
No, it's on story mode.
Okay, that's alright.
Yeah, no, it's still going. If you want to tweet at me, #WM Live. I'm looking at these. Sorry, guys. I loved WrestleMania. It was really cool. I knew that The Rock had respect for Cena the whole time. What do you guys think? Well, duh. Well, Jesus, really? That's the thing that you're talking about? What would you give that match, the tag team match?
I would just give it a 5. It was average. It wasn't.
Wait, is that a 5 out of 5 or 5 out of 10? Let's set our base rating. Okay, we're going out of 10. Okay.
All right, out of 10. Oh, out of 10. We'll see.
I liked it. I like the fact that Kane kicked out of a zigzag.
Yeah,
because
that was good.
I thought that was the end of the match. I really did.
No, it's WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, okay, that's true. All right, so a match Hurricane can finally talk about.
Yes.
Let's give it to him first. First of all, was anybody else disappointed that his old wrestler was there? Because if you paid attention to WrestleMania Access, the press conference, Summer Rae made a debut with Fandango, and they both tweeted out a picture and was like, check out the new dancer, and it was Summer Rae. People like, oh my god, she's finally gonna debut. And I was disappointed that the old dancer came out. I wanted to see Summer Rae. But
was she in any of the backing dancers at all?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to that, I guess. But
no, because I can't remember what Summer Rae looks like. So
she's got blonde hair, and I don't remember seeing the blonde hair.
Good enough.
She's hot and she looks pretty good. If anybody wants to show him a picture.
If she's got really long hair, then probably no.
What did you think of that match, Hurricane? You haven't been able to talk about it so far.
This was really like maybe my least favorite match of the night that I saw.
What?
I didn't really care for this match.
What? How?
Well, someone asked me on.
No, go ahead.
All right. Someone asked me on Twitter why I thought this way, and I thought Jericho dominated too much of it, and I thought it was sloppy at times. Like what spot was it? Was it the Lion Salt spot? Wasn't very good. And I don't know. Yeah. I just didn't see enough back and forth action that really got me compelled to watch it. I had high hopes for this match.
All right, I will agree with you with the Lion Salt.
Screw that up by not getting Johnny Curtis closer to the ring.
I will agree with that. He completely messed up the Lion Salt. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, Fandango was down on the ring. Chris Jericho went for a Lion Salt, and you could tell he was way too close to the ropes.
Yeah, way too close. But Jericho thought, fuck it, I can do it.
Yeah, and the point was Fandango was going to put up his legs and, reverse the move. But he was too close, and it just looked like he completely it was just a weird... there was a lot of points during the pay-per-view that happened. The commentary
team knew that Jericho was going to do a leg sell because they were selling it before even most of us even realized that his knee buckled or whatever, and he got the pin. We never saw that his leg got injured or anything like that from the Lion Salt. So,
did his leg get injured from the Lion Salt?
Well, that's what they were saying. Like his knee buckled, and that's how Fandango got the small package.
Fandango winning on screen. Was that the move Fandango hit on Chris Jericho, which is his finisher in the game? Is that Fandango's finisher, or is it the leg drop?
I would say the leg drop would be the finisher, but I'm guessing he'll use both.
All right, guys. Yeah. I want to know what you guys think. The question is finally answered, unless you went to a live show and you saw him, in my case, wrestle Jamie Noble, and I already knew he could wrestle. Can Fandango wrestle? Go to Twitter right now, #WMLive, and let me know. I'll read your responses on air.
They'll do a rematch.
I hope so. I hope so.
It didn't flow as good as it could have.
That's for sure. None of the matches kind of flew as the way they should have.
The only one that was good was Punk and Taker, and we'll get to that.
Even that one, the finish was botched. I'm just gonna say that.
What do you mean the finish was botched?
The finish was completely botched.
What finish?
The finish to Undertaker Punk was the way that they were supposed to like reverse and lift him up. Like I love the finisher reversals, but the problem it just didn't lift him properly. Like you could see, it wasn't like botched, like a major botch. It was just kind of like, you kind of lifted him at the wrong angle. Well, okay, I'm just saying, like it looked a little sloppy.
It didn't look sloppy in my book on that one. It looked like from how he lifted him, it was perfect.
Okay, well,
he got the height a bit too big, but it looked right. It didn't look like botched or anything.
I'm talking. Maybe it wasn't the exact at the very very end. No, I'm talking when they did the 3 reversals. It wasn't after the GTS and go to sleep and then the tombstone. It was the one where he reversed it and then he picked up Taker and then CM Punk reversed it, put him on his shoulders, and then he reversed him again into a tombstone. It didn't look right, but that's no. We'll talk about that soon. Fandango, Chris Jericho. What would you give that match, Hurricane?
I'd say a 5.
Oh, we got some harsh critics here.
I'll go 3 because that's what Fandango gave himself.
Do you guys think it made Fandango look strong at least?
For the most part. I mean, the leg drop, the finisher.
I thought what made him look the strongest was when Jericho dominated the very beginning in the middle of the match, and Fandango kept kicking out anyway. So we saw that.
He got code breaking like in the first 1 minute.
Did he?
Goes out the ring, and he like gets up to his feet fairly quickly.
Did he get hit with the code breaker? I did not see that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, like the first minute.
I honestly did not see the Cobra. Like I heard the guys kind of exclaim. We were taking shots after every match if you got it wrong. So, I would give it a 6 out of 10. I enjoyed the match, and it's a rematch possibility. All right.
Oh God, no! It's Swagger next.
All right. Here is the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. At least not as long of a match as I thought it was going to be.
Can we just skip it?
Why? The whole build-up is it just kind of like really that's what they did? Like,
yeah, considering they skipped the entire Swagger entrance, which probably would have been quite entertaining to watch on TV.
Well, do you think they did that? Well, one, because apparently the guys in the arena, like Brian Fritz from the Between the Ropes podcast, Arto Cal, that they said they kind of masked the entrance because they actually cheered him at first. Apparently, he got cheered in the stadium.
Yeah, but it's not like they can max that sort of entrance because they would have shown the entrance anyway, and then they could have.
I was pissed. I was pissed with the fact that the entrance was cut out.
Yeah, because I wanted to see the vehicle, and Del Rio didn't get his vehicle anymore because he's no longer a heel, even though he should still come out.
All right, here we go. Let's check out some of these answers quick. Holy shit, there's a lot of tweets coming in.
490 people watching the live stream.
Was decent. Hates Cena winning. Why didn't Cody Rhodes wrestle? We'll talk about that soon. Hell yeah. Can Fandango wrestle? He hasn't proven himself yet, says Maddie James. Dylan says, tell Hurricane that's what happens when an anticipated match is only given 10 minutes.
That's why I do.
Anthony Attitude says RVD and WWE are teasing a return. Brendan says, yes, he had a pretty good match with Jericho. Certainly proved he can go. Anthony Estranis is better than Cena. Daniel Smith says, yes, he can wrestle. Yes, Fandango can wrestle, says Mike. And then Mike Schilling said Fandango can really wrestle. He satisfied my expectations of him. And the only negative person is, no, Fandango cannot wrestle. He's worse than Zack Ryder. Hashtag WM Live.
So, but he's better than Great Khali, I'm assuming then.
Well, I'm still pissed for this. I honestly thought they were going to have a battle royale for the U.S. title. Why would you keep Cesaro off? Why?
Yeah, I know. Why?
They must have pissed the wrong person off.
Why not have the Divas title? That's what was missing. The Divas title match from last year.
Well, there wasn't a Divas title match last year. It was the tag team with Maria Menounos and Kelly Kelly.
No, but was Kelly Kelly the champion at the time?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Or was it Beth Phoenix as one of them?
Out?
Huh? Oh yeah, they did take a match out last year.
If you guys can remember, post it in the comments because
they took out one. Because I remember we were saying that, like, are they going to do that match? Are they going to do that match? It wasn't Primo and Epico, was it?
I can't remember it. Oh well, someone will remind us.
I'm not seeing it on anywhere on there because I think they had all the matches.
We wanted this match, the World Heavyweight Championship match, to be decent and see Swagger or Del Rio get really hurt, so Ziggler would cash in.
And well, can you really blame that though? I mean, the screen paused. Sure, I got to restart it quick.
Sometimes you want to see it though.
But is it the right time? I think Dolph had a good interview. He said
WrestleMania.
But just because you're in front of a million people,
WrestleMania.
It doesn't matter.
It's fucking WrestleMania.
Look at the place he's in with his career.
He's the show off.
I agree.
There's only 2 pay-per-views until the next Money in the Bank. Tiny pay-per-views.
It was Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. It was WrestleMania 27 they cut that match from.
Yeah. They fucked that up.
I wanted to see a cash in too, but this is why it pissed me off because the match was only 10 minutes. It wasn't a bad match. I mean, Zeb kind of, caused some shit and Ricardo caused some shit. And in the end though, how Jack just kind of rolled into the ring and he gets hit with a cross arm bar.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
And he taps out. You're like, what? Like, that's all this build up about the Real American stuff, and that was the finish.
Swagger could win. That's the thing.
What is Alberto Del Rio's pinning finisher?
It's an enziguri.
It's an enziguri.
Yeah.
He missed it. You know what? You know why he won by cross armbar? There wasn't a bucket in this match. Hashtag where's the bucket? Seriously though.
Hashtag stop using hashtags.
No, that was the right time to use it.
That was the right time to use it because think about that. Me and Matt were sitting there like, and he went for the enziguri and he missed. the one because he kind of like reversed out of it during the match.
Yeah,
and we sat there like
Big Show never hurt them, so you're fine.
Well, yeah, but we sat there like, well, if only there was a bucket there, he would have hit that enziguri. And I was if any match was the most disappointing one of the night, it was Del Rio versus Swagger. Because why have him win by submission? I mean, I know it's a submission maneuver.
I agree with that finish. Oh, I agree with your assessment of the finish.
Did he focus on Jack Swagger's arm at that in all that match? Because I know in Punk versus Taker, not Punk, Triple H versus Brock, Triple H beat the shit out of Brock's arm for the Kimura lock, but yeah, I didn't remember Del Rio going after Jack's arm.
Well, no, he went for the cross arm break a couple of times before, but never got fully in. But you don't necessarily need to work the arm. It's like the SGF. You're not going to work the neck if you're John Cena because he doesn't give a fuck. He's just going to do the SGF.
But he normally works the arm, though. He normally does.
Yeah, but normally on a bigger guy.
Okay, you know what? That's what it is. That match, how would you give it a rating? I would give it a 2 out of 10. Honestly, I was so disappointed with this match, and not because of a cash-in, just because of the fact they won a submission match. So are they going to do a submission match at Extreme Rules? Or is Jack Swagger done?
I think this could be a feud over.
No, I think we'll get a Texas Bull Rope match.
What the hell's that?
Hopefully, like Cowboy had on a pole match or something cool.
No, you remember the Bull Rope match, Eddie versus JBL? Like you had to touch all 4 pads to win.
Oh yeah, wow. I don't really remember the match, but I remember the concepts. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. What would you give that rating, Hurricane?
That's how JBL won the belt for 8 months.
Hurricane.
I'm gonna go with a 5 out of 10.
Yard.
I'm gonna go with 0 because I wanted Ziggler.
Can you blame the match because you didn't get Ziggler?
Yes.
Though? Wouldn't that be a separate thing? Like we bet on it separately. We bet who would win and then who would actually walk away with the title.
No, I knew Alberto would win, but fuck it, I wanted Ziggler.
All right, here we go. This is the match pretty much everybody's talking about. They're saying this is the best match of the night, hands down. Let us know what you guys think right now. Hashtag WM Live. We'll read your responses on the air. Tweet at me, Yard, Hurricane, whoever, with the hashtag WM Live. What did you think of Punk versus Taker? What was your
awesome?
Okay, this is the one thing I hate about watching wrestling with guys that don't watch it every single week. Was he kept saying that, and I love Jim to death, but Jim kept bringing up, dude, Taker can't even walk on the ropes anymore. I'm like, yeah, he's been doing it. He can still do it. What are you talking about? And to see Punk use it on Undertaker.
Yeah, and it's the fact that no one's done it before, which is so surprising. No one's actually done it.
Nobody's done it to Taker?
I can't think of anyone. Someone may correct me, but at least in recent years,
Nobody's done it. Are you serious? I never remember a point where nobody has done it.
I don't think Triple H never did it. HBK never did it, did he?
Hashtag where's the bucket? I'm getting tons of them.
Here's what I want to say about the match. What I loved about it was that they carried the storyline into the wrestling, like how CM Punk was avoiding Undertaker right away, making him run around, and they brought the urn into play. Punk used old school on the Undertaker. It was really like he was trying to egg him on and try to get him disqualified, but Taker kept his cool and just, was himself in that match. And the action in that match was phenomenal. I loved the whole thing.
I did enjoy the match. There were a few spots, especially the one when Undertaker was put on the table. We actually had a bet who would break this Spanish announce table, and my guess was Taker. And Taker got put on the table.
There actually needs to be some betting sites on what match breaks the table.
No, and then who does it? Like that's what we did. We were that scientific. And I bet Taker and they bet Triple H, I think. And
you were both right.
Well, that's what they said, but they technically the table didn't break. Now, was that table not meant to break?
It was meant to break because Punk really fucked up his knee.
It looked like
a huge spot that had to break.
You saw the replay. He was holding on to his leg the rest of the night. He's hurt it. He's tweaked it or whatever.
I kept saying that one, Punk looking to take time off. This is now the perfect opportunity to take time off. But, I said he was taking way too much time, and Jim's like, dude, you're taking way too much time. He's going to get reversed. And then when he actually hit it, and it wasn't reversed on how much time Punk took, I, honest to God, thought Punk was going to hit the corner of that table. And he came down on it weird with his knee, but I thought he was going to actually go into the side.
If the table broke, he would have been fine, but it just didn't. And that's why you can tell later on the match, he's holding his knee every couple of minutes. Either he's selling it really good, or no, he did actually hurt it. So how he was walking.
Undertaker wins on screen. What was your favorite part of that match?
I would say old school.
All right, Hurricane.
That was a great part of it. Oh man, I think it was when I forget what CM Punk had done, but he did the Undertaker's pin. You know.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he hit the what move did he hit on in there? I couldn't remember.
Was that with the urn?
Was that after the urn?
That may have been right after the urn.
He lifted
actually.
up and you could see his eyes, and he's like, ugh. I
Fake,
love that.
With old school, fake Undertaker did it. That doesn't count.
Okay.
Fake Undertaker does not count to do old school because it's still classed as Undertaker.
All right.
I don't think anyone else did it. But Taker no selling the go to sleep and just doing the tombstone.
They go to sleep. Technically,
it didn't really hit it.
Well,
when you see the camera angle,
half the time it looks like that, and they just
isn't that, okay?
Like
hold on though. Isn't now everybody thinks it's supposed to hit in the face?
Yes, and that's the whole point.
No, because
the original if you want to go scientific,
you were telling me.
Remember the shirt?
You were telling me when we got in an argument over this from the Japanese when they came over from the Japanese.
The original go to sleep
did not hit the face.
It hit the stomach. He first hit the stomach, but then he made it do the face. Okay, so if it hits, as long as he's not blocked the shot, it's still classed as a go to sleep.
All right. So for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, CM Punk and numerous reversals on the go to sleeps, by the way. And this is one of my problems with the main event, but at least 3 or 4 reversals on it. And he hits a go to sleep. Undertaker goes off the ropes, comes back in, grabs him, hits a tombstone. And the way you know the match is not going to end if you are a betting guy, if Taker doesn't square up with the camera, it's not over. That's the simplest way to do it. He didn't line up with the camera, and they were like, dude, it's over. It's over. I'm like, no, it's not. That would have been the perfect ending, in my opinion, though. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been a pretty sweet ending. In the end, though, after the urn was used, after everything that happened, after Punk spirit fingering the referee. Who was the referee in that one? I can't remember. Was that can't even remember who it was. Knocks him out in the pussiest way, in my opinion. He was able to get a victory. Taker defeated CM Punk, in which you claim was good, and it wasn't botched. I thought it was a little botched.
Nah, it was a good tombstone.
That match, what would you give it out of 10?
8.5.
Hurricane?
I'm gonna go 9.25.
Would you give that UFC match of the night honors throwing down the big paycheck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was the best match.
It may end up being the best match of the year.
What do you think that there was too many? Kind of like in Rock versus Cena for me. There was too many where they would, beat the shit out of each other, and then they would start doing the
Yeah, but that's what Triple H and Taker was last year. But the storytelling overseeded it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it was in Rock Cena. It was in Brock versus Triple H. It was in this one. Like, it just seemed like there was a lot of that. Like a lot of the matches.
But you have to sell something. You can't have a fast-paced 30-minute match. You have to sell.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. 22-minute match. About the time people had speculated. Undertaker's entrance seemed like it was a lot shorter than usual.
But the ramp was shorter, so...
All right. Let's move on, because I know a lot of people are trying to call in.
Brock Lesnar versus Triple H.
I did notice for the entrance for Undertaker, they got all the corpses from... Kevin Bacon's TV show.
What?
Those little hands, Have you not seen the trailers for the
following?
Yeah, for the following, yeah.
I kind of knew what it was from. Let's talk about it. Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. One, was it stupid to bring Shawn Michaels out and then Brock? Did anybody notice like that?
Yeah, it just seemed a bit stupid. This is going to be the biggest botchamania for the next 2 years. Triple H's entrance.
Hey guys, hold on. Before we get to that one, let me just read off some of the other tweets, or people are going to get mad about this.
Triple H cummed himself.
Backyard hates hashtags. They teased another short Daniel Bryan WrestleMania match. Yes, they did. I liked that. I was very happy with that they paid homage to that when Dolph Ziggler went in for the kiss. I wasn't terribly impressed. Daisy said she wasn't terribly impressed. I love that Taker stole the show. 20 out of 10 for me. I want a rematch in WrestleMania 30. There are people talking about it potentially being a rematch, but by far the best match of the night. Best in the World 400 says Triple H did the old school to Taker at WrestleMania 27. Mike Petrosky says Taker Punk stole the show. 10 out of 10. Easily the best of the night, says Ryan Gorman. TSS was a good match. Should have been a different match type though. Table break.
500.
Better reffing.
490.
Undertaker tapped once, but it was all the same. The Hell's Gates, I was a little, you know.
Yeah, but this is every Undertaker match has to have chokeslam, old school, last ride, tombstone.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
You gotta have all 5 at some point.
And does this silence the people that say Taker can't go?
They should have been silenced by last year's or the year before.
Again, Taker was emotional again when he finished that match. So I think he's still undecided if he's going to continue.
Because everybody's saying
right now, by the way, 58 years old.
No, he's 48.
What? Wikipedia lied to me.
Yeah, he's 48.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not 50 yet.
That changed.
It's 48. Way to look at that. People always try to screw with you.
Lied to me before.
Yeah, Wikipedia. I remember the first time Wikipedia lied to me is when they had West and East Germany on the wrong sides. I got a big trouble in one of my assignments for that. All right, that's pretty much all that. Let's jump into it.
You couldn't tell the difference between West and East. You couldn't even use a compass.
No, not with West and East. It was with like the whatever. Anyway, here it is, the biggest botchamania hashtag. The botch alert.
Can I do my Twitter shout out thing?
Huh?
Tweet us with your thoughts, guys. How much did Triple H's entrance plus pyro cost? This was the second to last match. It had the most pyro. It went around the stadium.
Hashtag nipping, dude. If anybody was nipping at that pay-per-view in that cold weather, and the heaters looked cool above the ring when Undertaker came in, by the way.
But I think it was just the mixture of the fire extinguishers or whatever.
Was that? Do you think that was supposed to happen? Like he just looked kind of funny.
Yeah, I think it stuck to him, whether it was the water that he had on him or his sweat or whatever. It just stuck onto him, didn't it?
And it's kind of
because he normally doesn't have fire extinguisher.
Was that the same kind of design they had last year? That big skull
Yeah,
thing?
I think but they didn't really give him that sort of spray stuff before.
But the box itself, like, okay, so if you don't know what we're talking about, Triple H comes out.
It'll be on YouTube in half of an hour. Don't worry.
It's probably already there. Taker was in the ring, or no, he wasn't yet. Triple H comes out. This is a completely wrong match. My bad. It was so funny to me. Triple H comes out. His whole abdomen is just completely covered in fire extinguisher. I don't know what they call the stuff inside it. Fire extinguisher, fire. Whatever.
Yeah, just jizz.
And he's sitting there walking down like, did anybody see when he got down to the ring and now eventually they panned to Brock so they could wipe it off him and then he kind of dumped water on it. Did anybody see Brock's face? Like when Brock was looking at Triple H like, what the fuck is that? What are we supposed to do with that? Like that should be in the game next year. It should honestly, you could have a botched entrance.
They should put botches in the game.
And you know the sad thing is Sin Cara wasn't even on this pay-per-view.
Actually, when you're talking about botches, I'm going to hopefully, this is not WWE related. There's an independent wrestling game coming out on PlayStation Network called 5 Star Wrestling. Sometime next week, I will be going to their studios because it's in Scotland, in Dundee.
And you made a whole video with 2 screenshots back and forth continuously.
Hey, we'll get Brodus on the screen.
No, I might get proper gameplay and more details on the game.
You gave one of the Bellas a DDT through the table, and they won by DQ.
What the hell is Brodus doing? Seriously.
I have no idea. The stream is behind for me.
Why would he even attack her?
I don't know. It's something weird because when I did the stream originally,
heel turn Brodus Clay.
When I did this stream originally, it was kind of fucked up. Guys, we have 460 people watching in here. We currently, for me,
500, but the server fucked up.
We currently have 143 likes, at least for my page. Let's just pound that like button. Huh?
Yeah, you got 143.
143. Let's see if we can get up to at least 300.
Yeah, I got 180 in my live stream. I only got 100 people.
All right, 300 likes, guys. We'll start taking calls. Deal? 300 likes, we'll start taking calls.
Yeah. All
right. Start going in. All right, here we go. So Triple H, besides the botch and Brock looking like what the fuck?
He became getting his nose bloody after Brock punched him.
that match, I really liked the match. To be honest,
it was a good match, but the crowd was dead.
They were fucking stupid.
They were just dead. It was because it was Punk Taker before it. Again, this is when the 8-man tag should have came in.
I think it was Ardo Keller. Somebody said wow, that's got to be a hit to Triple H and Brock when, you know, Rock comes out. Obviously, he gets a big pop.
What do you think? Yeah, they stopped for a minute, didn't they? And they were in the middle of the ring, and they'd be like, what the fuck did we do? Same for Rock Cena. The crowd was dead for the first 10 minutes.
Well, the way the match was starting, like, were they waiting for the hype to start before they went at it? Is that what they were kind of doing? Because they delayed it, and I eventually got up and was like, okay, I need to go change some of my videos, and was waiting for it. And I came back in right after the sharpshooter.
Yeah, I had WWE 13 setups for Ziggler cashing in, have it all recorded, read it, and it never happened.
Never happened. Well, that's your fault. Just upload the video anyway, and you'll still get 300,000 views.
Yeah.
Triple H, Brock Lesnar.
John's gonna get shot or get 50,000 views.
The match itself, I liked it. I was a big fan of them going at it, and I liked the fact this year that Brock had put Triple H in the Kimura lock, and it kind of went on a little long in the corner.
He gave him like 18 Kimura locks in a row.
He put him in a Kimura lock in the corner.
It's to show Brock isn't a pussy.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm not talking Triple H doing it. I'm talking Brock going to the corner, and Brock putting it on, and then Brock putting it back on, and then Brock going into the top rope and putting it on, and then Triple H finally getting the power to break out of it. Triple H put the Kimura lock on, and does anybody think it's kind of funny how when you watch Brock put on the Kimura lock in the past, you see him where he's kind of holding it like that, and then just out of nowhere he snaps it, but like he didn't snap it the whole time. Is anybody just like, come on, Brock, we know you can snap it?
Well, the whole time I was like, okay, you already slammed him on the stairs more than one time, and you stay there, and he locks in the hold again.
That was probably the funniest. If you guys miss this, you got to watch this. Brock set up the steps, and Brock is 0 for 2 now with steel steps. He's costing himself the steps.
Tactics.
Yeah,
He's a ladder.
He brought in the steps.
He needs Big Show's giant chair.
Yeah. He bring in the steps, and Triple H, he slammed Triple H into it. But instead of rolling off, he laid right on top of him, gave Triple H's arm back, puts him in a Kimura lock again, does it again, and finally the DDT. It was a nice reversal. I like the way. I don't think they were expecting it to be a DDT.
I
didn't even notice it first.
I think Vince was in the headset being like, dude, call it a reversal, DDT.
I think it definitely was a DDT because that's how Brock wouldn't have fallen off otherwise.
Okay. It was a good DDT sell nonetheless.
At first, I thought he like smacked his head on the stairs and they're like, oh, a DDT! And just he knocked himself out or something.
Wouldn't that have been hilarious? Like, that wasn't supposed to happen, and then all of a sudden, I thought Brock was knocked out for a second, to be honest with you.
That's what I just said.
There was a little bit of no-selling throughout the match, in my opinion.
That's what you get with Triple H.
Brock put Triple H through the table, just kind of went to suplex and just like kind of let go of him. It looked like he flung him. He just like threw him, and he didn't even take the stuff out of the table.
No,
the monitors were still in there, and then he did it again with the belly to belly. I thought he was a little repetitive on that move, and I guess WWE 13's got it right.
I think Angle and Shane McMahon, it took like 6 goes before you could get him through the glass. So if that's not repetitiveness, I don't know what is.
All right, let's see. Check Twitter quick and see what anybody was saying about that one.
The ending was good. Brock isn't a pussy by any means. Brock won't tap out. It just won't.
Good thing they weren't at New Orleans with all that pyro. Hashtag no hashtags. Hashtag no hashtags. Triple H entrance cost so much money.
Next
Monday.
For Brock, you think?
Triple H's entrance cost so much. Monday Night Raw won't air tomorrow night.
Sorry, guys.
Brock Taker potentially, but other than that, there's no way. That's the only thing I could think of. Paul Heyman saying it's not over yet, and
all I could think of would be now Brock and Cena again. I don't know.
All right, let's talk about the minute because we lost over 100 people when we said we had to get to 300 likes to take calls. We're not actually waiting to 300 likes. We're going to take calls. We just have to get through all the matches first.
No, it was YouTube fucking up the server, Tubby.
Are you sure?
That's why the views went down.
No, this one just went down again. It was just at 470, and then it dropped to 350.
Yeah, I think it's the server that's fucking up.
What did you guys think of the match?
400.
What did you think of the match? In the end?
It was good overall. But
I thought I really enjoyed it.
I think this is the problem. I think smaller crowds are better than larger crowds for the atmosphere sometimes. At least on
Hammerstein
the TV.
Ballroom.
Yeah.
Was that the way you guys thought it was going to go down?
Well,
not
Triple H
really.
was going to lose,
So for those of you guys who don't know what happened, Triple H had him in the Kimura lock. In comes Paul Heyman. Brock's like, help me, Brock. Or he called for Paul Heyman, right? And Paul Heyman comes in and super kick from Shawn Michaels.
But it still wasn't the end, though.
Shawn Michaels' role.
I know,
was
right? But
like
that's
so
the funny thing. Like,
unnecessary.
had Brock won and Shawn Michaels was still available, like, once Shawn Michaels hit that super kick and Paul Heyman was out of the equation, you knew Triple H was going to win because there was no reason HBK would let Triple H lose.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of gave it away in a sense, and Brock Lesnar fucked up the pedigree. He botched it. That's going to be on Botchamania.
No, what? The one not on the
The
steps.
first one.
No,
where he fell.
the one he kind of like he went down and he was like, no, I'm not ready because I think Triple H said no, not yet. And then he picks him up and then he does the pedigree. The pedigree on the steps was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was sick.
It was pretty sick. All right, main event. Here we go. Let's talk about it.
Oh, and let's talk about it. Cena wins. Game over. Let's
Wait,
take
what was
calls.
it again?
Hold on, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. Would you guys give it a rating? I really like. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I like it.
I'd give it a 7.
7.5.
7.5 out of 10. All right, main event time. Here we go. Rock Cena.
Who?
Cena wins. Let's take calls. Here we go. That's all we need to know. Cena won. Who cares?
All right, if you want to get a hold of us, you want to call in right now. Numbers on screen: 619-618-0268. Here we go. What is up? Who is this?
I put better matches on with my mate Wes on Xbox Live.
What is up? Who is this?
Cena.
Hello.
How's it going, man? All right, WrestleMania 29. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Triple H versus Brock Lesnar.
Go for it.
To me, that was the best match of the night just because a lot of back and forth, fast-paced stuff and that. And I really liked it because how they finished with the pedigree on the steel steps and that. And I thought overall the pay-per-view itself was good and that.
Now, let me ask you this because obviously you like the pedigree and the system. Did you like the Kimura lock, by the way?
Go ahead.
Did you like Triple H using the Kimura on Brock Lesnar?
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Okay, all
me
right.
and my brother, but it got overly done though.
Okay, all right, go for it. All right, what else do you want to talk about? You were gonna bring something else up.
Undertaker versus CM Punk was pretty good. That was my second favorite match of the night, just because, forgive me, it takes a while for me to think because I'm autistic.
No problem. No, that's cool.
That CM Punk proved to everyone that he is one of the best wrestlers in the company, and despite losing at Mania. And there were some botches, like you guys said, in that match. Like the table was supposed to break, but it didn't. But my brother and I saw it was like double layered and stuff behind the Spanish Announce table, so I think they did that on purpose.
It did look like it was built a little strong because normally they just kind of like pull the pins on the side of the table. And
yeah, it's like.
But maybe they were scared that Taker was just going to fall and collapse before Punk even got there.
Has there ever been a situation where like the announcers like lean on a loose table too hard and then all of a sudden collapse?
The whole table just breaks.
Oh
My
shit!
brother and I were like
force.
thinking when the tape, we were hoping the table would go through, and we were thinking of Devon get the table scenario.
All right, this table didn't break. Get the other one. All right, what would you give the pay-per-view overall?
I would say it's probably about 7.5 out of 10, just because it's probably one of the better modern day WrestleManias, but I still seen better from the Attitude Era and from 20. And they had some good matches and stuff. I mean, my third favorite match was the tag team match. I mean, yeah, it was short, but Brock and I want to say Rock and Cena was my third best, but that match was just plain boring.
But
it was still good.
I don't know about boring, but it was a pretty good match. You have any Twitter, YouTube, anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, follow the Renegade of Wrestling on YouTube because he knows his stuff about wrestling, and also my Twitter account is Rexo619. And I was honored to talk to you, gentlemen, and it's also going to be my birthday next week.
All right, happy early birthday,
Happy
sir.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Tubby.
All right, you have a wonderful night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Good call.
I'm going to do one, take part one more call down. I really need to get up. I've got to get up in 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours. All right, here we go. What is up? Who is this?
That,
What's up?
Hello. This is me.
All right, if you guys are gonna call in, because the last stream, people, did you see the top? Did you see the top thumbs up comment, Hurricane? Dude,
No,
Tubby's kind of a dick. What the hell? He's kind of a dick to these kids because I was like,
they
hey,
haven't seen me in your live stream, Stubby.
Someone called and they're like, "Who's this?"
Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. What? No,
Sorry, wrong number.
Wrong number. He hung up. He's like, dude, Tubby's a dick. I'm like, here you go. Tubby's a heel turn. And this kid like waited to talk. He's like, oh, I'm finally on call. I'm like, well, no, you're not. And I hung up on him. And I'm like, I didn't mean to be a dick. It was just kind of like, if you're gonna call in, mute the live stream and actually talk, please. It would help out.
Yeah.
All right. What is up? Who is this?
When I'm streaming with you, I normally be the dick.
What's up? Who is this?
It's Dave.
All right, sure. Make sure you mute the live stream. What about WrestleMania you want to talk about?
John Cena and The Rock.
All right, go for it. What about John Cena versus The Rock? Did you like it? Did you hate it?
I didn't hate it. I like the part where John Cena faked out The Rock when he.
Yeah, that was a good. Did you like that part, Yard?
Oh, what on the crossbody?
Yeah, when he was fine. No, not the crossbody. When he was down and he was like, "No, I'm thinking twice." Like, no, you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna go for the people's elbow. And he goes and he holds himself onto the ropes. So Rock gets up.
Yeah,
I thought that was hilarious.
awesome.
He goes for the AAA, but of course he gets reversed into a rock bottom.
which people thought, oh, that's got to be the ending then.
Yeah, it was a good match back and forth. What was with that? You know him tricking him. I guess. Did you think the match was over right there?
No, I thought the match was over when Cena hit the rock bottom.
When Cena hit the rock bottom, he thought it was over. Let me clarify this, because I don't know if it was Brian Fritzer. He's like, Cena, I hate to tell you, but you didn't hit him with the rock bottom. You hit him with the bookend. Because he let go. He let go of him, and he skied him, dude. He lifted the Rock up, and that was like the best rock bottom I've seen lately.
Wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
Perfect. That would have made, that could have got John Cena a lot of heat if he hit one with the rock bottom.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to go the heat angle, though. As much as I hate to say this, I like the way it ended. I really do, because it finally seems like it gave that respect moment from the Attitude Era, like those guys that when they had a rivalry, and when Rock won and he left Stone Cold in the ring, it had remnants of that to me, where he was like, you know what, I'm going to give you the ring. He said goodbye, thank you. He kissed his mom and family, and they went to the top of the stage and they saluted him. That's something they did back in the Attitude Era.
It was passing the torch. It was passing the torch.
And I think most people are just mad because they don't want Cena to get the torch. But
yeah,
let's be honest.
But who else is it to give, to be honest? I mean...
Now, was that your favorite match of the night?
Yeah, no, my favorite match was CM Punk versus Undertaker.
All right, what would you give the pay-per-view overall if you had to give it a rating?
I'd give it a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? So you really enjoyed it. All right. You have a YouTube or Twitter or anything you want to shout out?
No.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for the call. We appreciate it.
I just realized that this WrestleMania could have been so much better as a 3-hour show than a 4-hour one.
Why?
I don't know. It just...
Too many Rock Cena promos when we've already paid for the fucking pay-per-view? Yeah. I honestly thought
and the pre-show promos, okay? The pre-show promos were shown in the main pay-per-view as they always do as well.
With the whole hour build up to that pay-per-view, when they were showing all the old stuff, I was just like,
Hello.
Okay, all right, guys. Yard is going to be leaving here very shortly. Are you leaving right now?
I'll go in 5 minutes. I'll go in a couple of minutes.
God, you're like you always say you're going to go, and you always say...
Yeah, but I'm looking at it at the time. It's like, fuck it, I'll get someone else to open it.
All right. Before we take one more call here, I added in Matt. His kid's guilt tripping me to go home. Sure. He watched the pay-per-view with me, took shots. This man, we were taking shots at Pucker.
Who was driving?
They stopped drinking like 2 hours before the pay-per-view ended. He was
driving?
Jim. He was taking shots. This guy was. You drove home?
Mm-hmm.
This guy was taking shots at Goldschlager and Rumschada. He was having some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Matt, voice your opinion to these guys. YouTube.com/Sports Gaming Universe. Voice your opinion. What do you think of the pay-per-view overall?
I thought it was pretty good. Not greatest I've seen. I was listening to one of your last callers, says about 7.5. I go about a 7.
About a 7 you'd give it.
It's definitely not the worst pay-per-view, but it's certainly the best.
There were points I liked. There were points I wasn't so fond of.
It kind of seemed like we were just kind of bored with the whole thing. But
I think it would have been so much better if Ziggler just cashed in. I think it would have livened the mood so much more.
That's exactly how I felt.
I think it would have been sweet. And I don't know if I was waiting for this because I don't want to see a heel turn. But does this mean Rock isn't going to show up at Extreme Rules because he wasn't advertised? Do you think he'll still show up, or is he done?
Show up, but who
will he have another match? What if he does that whole respect thing? They salute him right as Raw's about to, as the pay-per-view is about to go off air. Rock bottom on the stage. I was hoping for that so much. I was like, I don't want Cena to hurt.
Or just Cena hitting the title belt off Rock. You know.
Exactly. I almost thought he was going to give him the title belt back. Matt, didn't you think that? Didn't we have a kind of a general consensus? Like, he seemed like he was going to give the title to Rock and say, here you go.
Yeah. I kind of had that vibe for a second. Like, what's he going to do? Hand it back and say, I want to win it a different way? Or, what?
I don't know. All right.
I wanted to beat you, not the belt.
Yeah, there you go. well, maybe he wanted the old belt back.
All right, what is up? Who is this?
This is Jane.
All right, man.
Hi.
What about the pay-per-view you want to talk about?
Really, anything, man. I'm going to say it was a good pay-per-view, but... Hello?
Yeah, sorry. Let me get your honest opinions here. What would you rate the 8-man tag? what would you give it? Was that a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say, why wasn't even, built up to be on there it wasn't even going to be there.
To be fair, it would be 20 out of 10 if we got to see some ass.
Are the Bella Twins the most disappointed people in entertainment right now? They signed a contract to come back to go to Mania, and they don't even... Is that guaranteed money, though? I mean, I'm just wondering about that.
No, it's not. They don't. The appearance fee only happens if they pick them up.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, because they have to pee on TV.
Okay, so they put too much. They put too much money in the pyro, and they had to cut Brodus Clay.
It's all Triple H's fault.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think that would have killed the vibe, though, and the crowd was dead?
To be fair, Brodus Clay's entrance would have been longer than their match.
Okay,
I'm not taking the piss out of it. It probably would have been longer than the match.
You don't want dancing mamas?
Again?
Somebody call my mama. Like I think it was kind of, as much as I wanted to see that match.
Last year?
Yeah, I know. Part of me is glad they pulled it though, because just think of like that. And we said this to Matt. We're like, okay, we just had this awesome CM Punk versus Taker match. That could have been a main event. All right, somebody call my mama. Like that. It wouldn't have.
But they did it last year with putting a stupid match in between it. So what difference does it make?
I still feel like they should have put 2 things in the pre-show then, because that pre-show was a waste of time.
Matt was so pissed off with the pre-show. He was like, dude, come on. Jim was just pissed that they weren't putting it on. All right, sorry.
We talked about that on the way home. That was a big disappointment.
All right, we're ignoring the caller. What was your favorite match of the night, sir?
Got to be Punk Taker. I'll be honest, it was definitely. Kind of knew what was going to happen, but it just had to be that way.
All right, so with that match, as 21-0, is Taker still going to go, or do you have any doubts about Taker being able to go? Because a lot of people are like, Grandpa Taker, he's not going to be able to go anymore. What do you think? Did he prove you wrong tonight?
I definitely think he has one more in him. I mean, if he gets in shape, gets everything ready to go for one more, definitely. But who do you put him against? John
Cena. WrestleMania 30 retirement match, John Cena. Oh, God. And then you put Stone Cold in there as well. Just fuck Punk.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's the ref.
All right, sir. What would you rate the pay-per-view overall? What would you give it?
Honestly, an 8. To be honest, and actually my favorite part was actually seeing Living Color get to play. Was not expecting them to actually show up.
Really? You weren't expecting, even though they're... Okay, I shouldn't have said that just because they're advertised. You know,
it's not like
we didn't get tons of funk. We didn't get tons of funk, so... that match, because I miss Living Color, because I think when they said, didn't we get tweets from Smalls and guys saying like, oh, they're setting up the band, CM Punk versus Taker's next, but that was the halftime performance.
That was Diddy, yeah.
With Diddy, who should have been attacked by the fucking Shield. I hated him so much.
And they played More Money, More Problems for like 30 seconds.
They should have played that a lot longer.
Isn't that what you tweeted out, dude? You should have just stuck with More Money, More Problems.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It was just a really disappointment of
I can tell you, by the end of the night, Diddy had even been like groaning every time Coming Home came on.
I honestly think that was worse than Nickelback performance. And I'm a Nickelback fan.
No. It's the SummerSlam performance. this year.
Hey, wasn't that Nickelback?
No, that wasn't Nickelback. That was
Kevin.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not fun to watch live.
Hey, last year's WrestleMania songs kind of sucked too with Machine Gun Kelly and Florida.
Florida?
Flo Rida, you mean?
Yeah, good. Oh my God, let's go see Florida.
The rapper, not the state.
Hurricane, just get the fuck out of here, Florida. All right, caller. 8 out of 10. If you could change one thing on that card, what would it be? What did you want to see happen that didn't?
Oh God. Probably would have put a different stipulation at least for the tag team match, or at least extend the Hell No. Team Hell No needed to at least be a little bit longer. Give it that, or even make the Ryback Mark Henry ending a little bit less. What the fuck?
I would have wanted to see Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan.
Really?
Well, something longer than 18 seconds.
Didn't see it last year.
No, I said based on what we had, like, what were you disappointed, like, that you wish you would have saw, like, that was already there, like Dolph Ziggler cashing in or something. You're going in a completely different direction. All right, sir. Caller, do you have a YouTube, Twitter, anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, actually, a guy named he has 2 different channel handles. The Super Dingos, if anyone's familiar with him, he does for a thing called Story Mode Federation. Awesome colleagues, Federation, stuff like that. It's going on for 7-8 years. He posted now under that reviewer channel, so definitely anyone likes any of that stuff, definitely hit him up. Awesome.
All right, sir. All right, thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Yeah, take care.
We're at 340. We have 274 likes. What?
I'm gonna head off because it's 5:30 in the morning here, near enough, and this is a problem of having a full-time business. It's depressing having to wake up early.
Hashtag video store money. Yard, can I come work for you because YouTube money is going fucking downhill?
Are you going to be homeless soon, Tubby?
Can I? Yeah, honest to God, yes. I am fucked. After next month, I am fucked. I'm living at Matt's house.
You had to pay, and I know how much of a pay cut you've taken. So
I'm living at Matt's house from now on. Like, I'm gonna live in his garage.
Cave here at night. It's fine. You can have a spot here.
I'm fucked, dude. I'm literally. Good thing I have a lot of equipment though.
And you've got sponsors. So.
No, but they don't pay me very much. Yard, hey, how do you want to promote backyard games in the games dungeon? How much is it worth to you, brah?
1p.
Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of here.
I don't do advertising for my shop.
You need to. All right, guys. Or your YouTube channel, I'm saying.
Yeah, YouTube channel, but I don't do any advertising in papers or anything like that because the business is all local. I don't need to do it.
All right, well, I'll get people to you guys. If you want to go check him out, youtube.com/backyard gaming. Does a lot of streams. The Games Dungeon. You follow him on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
It'll be it's my Backyard Gaming's Facebook page. Backyard Games UK is my shop's webpage. We got shop videos, live streams happening in the shop eventually. Exclusive gameplay footage of Last of Us hopefully going to happen next month.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm getting it in my store before it even appears on the network. So fuck you guys. Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Yard.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
See you, Yard.
All right, peace out, Yard. Before we continue really quick, we're gonna take kind of a little short little 1 second break. We're gonna keep going, guys. Don't ditch yet. We got a little bit longer to go. We gotta pay those bills, and now that I can insert an ad, I'm going to because I'm that boss. Here's an ad.
It was pretty much perfect timing.
All right, are we back from an ad? I can't tell. YouTube is so fucked up. I can't tell if we're still have an ad. It's a 30-second ad. Whether it's playing or not, I can't tell. What is the ad?
It was actually 15 seconds.
My ad is 30 seconds, and it was a dude with a beard. It's a Dr. Pepper 10 commercial. Wow.
Oh, I love that one. They make it look like it's from the mid '80s. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like this this crazy dude.
He's just a manly man on the stream.
Anyway, all right. The question that we brought up to the caller, what's one thing you would change as we bring somebody on? What is up? Who is this?
Hey, this is Brian.
All right, man. The question we have for you is one thing on the card that could be changed that didn't happen. Maybe a Ziggler cash-in, something like that. What would you have changed on that card?
consider cashing. I thought for sure once I saw the Alberto Del Rio's match and he retained the belt, I thought for sure he was going to cash it in the Cena one. That was disappointing. The main event, I mean, I'm 37, man. I've been watching wrestling for 2 decades. And let me just say this much. The main event sucked. That was the worst. I mean, that I could put that right up there at WrestleMania 3. It was boring. Not a lot of lackluster. They were just staring at each other. I would agree with half your callers and what you guys were saying, playing the game and just kind of giving your commentary. And I thought that Undertaker and Punk stole the show. That was just like Steamboat and Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3 for the IC belt. That was just classic. I thought that Punk should have won that match, though. That's what I was rooting for. I kind of tired of the Undertaker and his special appearances at WrestleMania. I think he needs to go away. If you're not going to do it on a regular basis, dude, you need to go away. And Punk is where it's at right now. Punk is so much like Macho. You go back and look at WrestleMania 5 when Hogan fought Savage. He toyed with him throughout the whole match when Jesse said, psych out moves, aerial, wait until Macho does the aerial tactics. And that's what Punk gave you. He gave you a little bit of what Savage used to do when he was alive, maybe rest in peace. It's just classic by Punk.
Here's the thing. I think Punk is burnt out. All the interviews from pre-WrestleMania, he's like he can't admit that fact that he's burnt out. I think the rumors are true, and I hope they are. If he is the guy that's going to take over, huh?
He should have been took over. I mean, Cena, the guy just got fucking shitload of booze. I mean, I was doing the guy. I was like, this guy sucks. You cannot sit here and fucking tell me that this guy is the face. I mean, Hogan used to be the face decades ago, but at least Hogan put on a good show. This guy is lame. I mean, just straight up fucking lame. I mean, even if he did turn heel, it wouldn't even matter because you lost the people. Once he did this,
you could get him. I think you could get him back if you turned him.
You lost him. Huh?
I think you could get the fans back if you turn him heel, but I think the same people that are cheering for him to go heel, once he went heel, I think I kind of agree with what you just said, where they're like, okay, well, now you're heel. Well, now just fucking leave the WWE.
You're never going to get it back, dude. You came out thugonomics. You came out rapping. You came out hardcore. You can't get that back. You will never get that rep back. You know, the good matches when he was beefing with Carlito, they had the little rivalry with the stabbing and all. That was tight. That was thugged out. You can't go from being Mr. I sell toys to the children and, I'm on a billboard for United Way, and then you want to turn around and be a heel. It just doesn't work. The guys that get away with it, like Punk can do it. Because why? Because Punk is respected in the ring. You respect his ability. This guy never really had much of a wrestling ability, in my opinion.
But Punk was champion for
Ultimate Warrior. He had pop.
Punk was champion though for 434 days. TV ratings were in the shitter last year. Literally, with Punk champion, Punk has improved himself.
That was his strong point in 2004. He has not had, even when he was champ, he didn't have the kind of pop. He came out wearing colored shirts and, it's over with. That thing, he needs to go away. I'm telling you, this guy is not the face. And as long as Vince continues to keep putting them out there, I think you're going to lose more fans. People want to see wrestlers. They want to see Punk. Another disappointing thing, I think you was anticipating. You was really hyped the Fandango or whatever versus Jericho. I thought that was horrible.
Thank you.
For a guy that was supposed to be making his debut against a technician like Jericho, who's been in the business since WCW days, to me, it was just a slap in the face. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they could have put Jericho in the IC match and did something better with the Intercontinental belt, because the Intercontinental belt is supposed to be the second-ranked belt next to the WWE title. And now that they got, and here's the big problem they had. You got the WWE champion and you got the world champion. You got the Intercontinental title and then you got the United States title. Dude, I'm used to old school. There's not too many. They got way too many belts. And it's hard for people to follow those belts when you're going against all these different opponents and you're trying to make a storyline. Cut the belts in half, make one belt for each division. That's it. You just got way too many, and you're going to watch it on this show, then you're going to watch it on that show. That's stupid. Vince should have killed that whole shit years ago. Ben said that was going to be a problem. Just like when he inherited WCW talent. He couldn't do nothing with them because you had too many guys, and you try to make storylines, so you try to divide the shows in half. That's stupid.
All right, so WrestleMania,
you're kind of losing it.
WrestleMania, what would you give it a rating? You didn't like the main event at all. What would you give it as a rating?
It's probably. I mean, last year was better. I think I gave last year about an 8. I think if I rated this event on a 1 to 10, I'd give it about a 5.
5 out of 10.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, Tubby, what happened to? Because I feel pissed off. Because what happened to the mixed tag match? That was supposed to be on the card.
Oh my God! Hashtag where's tons of fun? I'm guessing they got caught up in catering and they didn't want to leave catering. they ate the catering truck. All right, sir. You have any YouTube or Twitter you want to shout out?
I'm sorry.
You have anything you want to shout out? Oh, there's something happened. Matt, I think your audio is echoing again.
What's that?
Somebody's audio is echoing.
Is it me?
Matt, mute your audio for a second.
Hang on.
Testing. Matt. Yeah, it's Matt's audio. It's feeding back in. It's echoing. Let's go and take another call. Sorry about that, guys.
That was a good caller, though.
Yeah, it was a great caller. Just when you're trying to get through a lot of people, guys. I appreciate your call, sir. What is up? Who is this?
Hello?
All right, man. Main event, WrestleMania, or any of the matches, I guess. What's one thing you want to talk about? Bring it up.
Well, first I want to talk about the Rock and John Cena, like the biggest topic there is right now.
Yeah, go for it. What about?
Well, first of all, when the matches began, I really thought the beginning was weird since they didn't show promos or entrances. It just started out with John Cena coming out. I thought they'll do some main entrances or big posts, but apparently not.
He didn't get an entrance this year. No. I didn't care about a promo because they've aired so many during the night, but he didn't have an entrance, did he, this year? He just came out.
Triple H did, though.
Honest to God, though, seriously, like Triple H. Now, John Cena's had the soldiers, he's had the mafia guys, did he have anything last year? Then he had the band at WrestleMania 27, the gospel singers. He had Flo Rida, Machine Gun Kelly last year. This year he had nothing.
Neither did The Rock.
Well, okay, he had nothing. It was kind of a disappointment though. What would you give the pay-per-view overall, sir?
It was I'd say 8.5 out of 10. On the end of that match, I really would have liked it if once they hugged and like talked to each other, John Cena would turn his back on him, and that will set up the heel turn. I was just waiting for that. Apparently, it didn't happen.
All right, sir. All right, you have a YouTube or Twitter you want to shout out?
Yeah, it's Ripaldi 2000.
All right, Ripaldi, thank you very much for your call, bud. I'm trying to get through a lot of these calls, guys. I'm sorry. What is up? Who is this?
This is Mr. Reed 16.
All right, man. One thing you want to talk about Mania? Go. What's one thing you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Chris Jericho and Fandango.
All right, go for it. What'd you think of the match?
Did not like it.
Did not like it. All right, why didn't you like it? Was it Fandango's fault or was it Chris Jericho's fault?
It was Chris Jericho's fault. He messed up and let Fandango get a steal. Did not like that.
Wait a minute. The finish, because Fandango was supposed to win now, but like, did you think? I just thought the ending got really botched. I was like, Chris shouldn't have gone for that lion salt. I think he should have realized he would have had to backed him up. I was disappointed in the finish of that match.
I wanted to see more back and forth in that match.
I didn't care about that because I think they're going to extend the feud with that roll-up pin, obviously. But the fact that it ended literally with him going for a move, he gets up, and then the weakest roll-up pin there is was just a massive disappointment.
It wasn't even a roll-up. It was like a roll-over.
Yeah, he just kind of like, ugh. It reminded me of when, was it Stone Cold when he broke his neck?
Against Owen Hart and the schoolboy,
and he just grabbed Owen Hart and kind of put him down, and you're like, wait, Owen Hart didn't kick out of that? Seriously? That's what you did? Like, that's what it felt like to me. I was like, I was disappointed with it. What would you give them if it was disappointment? I think we gave that match kind of a low rating. What would you give that on a rating scale?
A 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
See, Tubby, when we first let me talk about this match,
didn't you not see it?
You and Yard were like, what? You didn't love it.
Didn't you not see it though?
I did see this match. It was terrible.
I don't know what's there. Rock wins on screen. That's not what happened on screen. All right, so overall as a pay-per-view, what would you give it?
A 4 out of 10.
Ooh, 4 out of 10?
He's not impressed.
All right, you have a YouTuber Twitter you want to shout out?
Yes, I'd like to shout out Mr. Reed 16 and Crazy Razor 1000.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for the call. Rock wins on screen. That's not what happened on TV. Any kind of like last thoughts you guys want to bring up as far as WrestleMania went?
The matches, I don't really have anything to complain about. It just seems like something's missing because there was opportunities for maybe an Orton turn. I did not expect a Cena turn. I really didn't expect it. As a wrestling fan, I want it, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. I thought at least Dolph would cash in. Huge missed opportunity. I just feel it's too much business as usual.
Yeah, I mean, I showed up to watch the thing fully hoping for a cash in and was disappointed when we didn't get it.
I'm the only one they've never ever let the briefcase because of either Mr. Kennedy losing it, Rob Van Dam, doing whatever. I want to see what happens because they say you can use it up to Money in the Bank. I would just love to see this where Dolph hasn't cashed in and everybody's like, oh, it must have expired. The World Heavyweight Championship somebody comes out, wins the briefcase, cashes in that night, and then Dolph cashes in on a cash in. Like that, because technically I'm guessing it goes to like midnight, but I don't know if it's midnight the night before. Like, that would just be the shit. Like, Dolph finds a loophole and being like, well, technically Money in the Bank is, a week earlier this year. That's perfectly fine. And he cashes in on a cash-in.
I don't think it would happen that way because Mania was a week after this year.
No. No, they did it at Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know, but isn't Money in the Bank going to be a week after last year's then?
No. The way they do the dates, Money in the Bank 2012 was July 15th. This year, Money in the Bank 2013 is taking place on July 14th.
Damn it!
So technically, there's a day that could happen. Like, how fucking awesome would that be? Literally, somebody wins, cashes in, Dolph cashes in on the cash-in. Oh my god!
I wanted to see Dolph third face.
That's what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see him cash in as a heel, though. That's just my honest opinion. Anything else you guys want to shout? Overall, as a pay-per-view, what would you give it? Did we go through that already?
No. I'm gonna give it a 7 because
I said
the matches were good, but there's something missing.
I think it would have been better had we drank more.
No, we drank plenty.
No, we didn't fucking.
That helped the night, but I think
you took what? You took what? 5 shots over the course of 5 hours.
And 3 or 4 beers. Yeah.
That's it. Come on.
That's it. Okay.
I took six shots within the first 10 minutes we were there. And
I'm an old man now, though.
I didn't even get drunk. I was so pissed off.
I didn't either, really.
I was so pissed off.
All right, Hurricane, you're right. I think it just missed. I mean, it was good, but it just missed that little something.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/
Mr. Hurricane.
YouTube.com/ Sports Gaming Universe. Facebook.com/ TubbyMove. Facebook.com/ Sports Gaming Universe. Facebook.com/ Do you even have one, Mr. Hurricane?
Hell yeah. And tout.com/ TubbyEmu.
Yes, guys, if you don't know this, I have a tout. We sent out touts tonight. It is official. #official.
Tubby's going to be on Raw tomorrow night.
Yeah, they called me up and they're like, hey, Tubby, you were so fucking awesome in your touts. We want you to, we're going to show your tout on screen.
No, you're going to be like tout ambassador.
I'm on tout now. I think the good thing about tout, I've knocked it for so long.
Me too.
Using it so far, it's been kind of fun. I hate to admit it because literally from our touts, and I'm not just being Michael Cole here and promoting the shit out of this because I don't make any money or anything from touts. But if I look at my tout stats, total views for 8 touts today, and I gained 31 followers on tout from just creating it. I have over 2,700 views so far on tout.
What?
Yes. And the cool thing about tout is they, just like YouTube videos, they show each video and how many views they got. Every video except one got over 300. And the super kick to Paul Heyman, which I actually showed, by the way, on tout, got 377. So tout.
Is that our fake reaction one?
Yes. #main event. Tout.com /Tubby. Go subscribe.
# where's the bucket?
Hashtag, where's the bucket, son?
I'm like, God, that would have looked perfect had he had the bucket.
That's what they were saying. They were getting on there and they were like, go check it out. Also, if you guys could do us a huge favor, there's this guy. He's kind of weird. He's kind of nice. YouTube.com/junk gaming videos. Go subscribe to him, and he's at 1389. I'm gonna update it in the YouTube description really quick. Go subscribe to the guy in the description. We promised him we could get him to 1,500. He didn't show up. Did he show up? Did he go home?
He went home, yeah.
What a little.
But he was a good source of entertainment and tout tonight, and on Twitter, and he's on Twitter as well. It's Junk Gaming Video without the S, so follow him on there too.
All right, it is in the description. We have to wait now a minute and a half to end the stream because of the delay, but I still hate that he doesn't make the playoff Gus Wilder full screen. It drives the piss out of me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's, actually, to get technical here, he played some of that here because he fixed it at home. I keep changing his settings when he logs in, and it keeps reverting back to that. I don't know how to fix it.
What a dick. Are you driving back over to play more games?
What's that?
You driving back here to play more games now, son?
I suppose. What are we gonna play?
You always want to do more table finishers.
Shoot.
All right, we're gonna run an ad here, guys. We'll be right back. All right, are we back? I'm not sure. I don't know if a commercial's running. The stream is so far behind. I hate this new YouTube live streaming. I want to thank our guest, Mr. Hurricane, Sports Gaming Universe, youtube.com/Sports Gaming Universe, Mr. Hurricane. You can follow him on Tout, Twitter, Get Glue. You can also check out his MySpace page. Design Freak. What? I have a MySpace page. MySpace, and I have a Friendster. If you want to follow me on Friendster. Sponsors today, though, I want to let you know about them. You guys, if you want a domain, get a domain from GoDaddy. That shit is awesome. You can get a domain right now on GoDaddy.com, $5.99. Can I get an ooh, guys? Please?
Ooh.
Yeah, give me an ooh. Give me an ooh. Give me an ooh. All right.
Soundboard. And
then the thing that I have yet to advertise or do anything with, and hashtag, do you even get one yet there?
LootCrate.
LootCrate.
No, but let's tell the people about the nice loot crates.
The loot crates are awesome. You guys, if you don't have a loot crate, you want to get one. The link is in the description for loot crates. Go ahead and pick one up. And why can I not do the stream?
I think they could also, you should also tell them, Tubby, that they can use that code 10 off to get 10% off.
10 what code?
You didn't see that?
There's a code for loot crate?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's not.
Check the description of my last video.
Hold on a second. Let me check my email. I don't see. Oh, I'm in my second email. I can't. It's probably a code. Get Loot Crate. The shit's awesome. Get your bobblehead now. .com domains $5.99 from GoDaddy. Adblock 1 Tubby Emu 0. Oh my God. Yeah. Woohoo. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been an hour and 20.
Goodbye.
7 minutes. And before we go, one more ad here. Except this time, it's from the documentary. Now, the only reason I bring this up is because this documentary is fucking awesome. I bought it. It was crowdfunded on Kickstarter, made by my friend Dan Doby, who I've idolized on YouTube. I finally got to, start working and talking to him the last couple of weeks. Great guy, really is. He made this documentary. It's got Live Lava Live. It's got Mystery Guitar Man, My Damn Channel, Dan Brown TV, Pogo Bat, Will of DC, My Hearto, the lady who does Drunk Kitchen. It's this awesome movie. It really is. Like I once you see, YouTube is more than just creating video. Like you see the behind the scenes of it. It kind of blows your mind because all those guys are kind of like, it's kind of sad because some of them are kind of like lonely and they do their thing and that's pretty much it. A great behind the scenes documentary. You got to check it out. Shill.com/please subscribe. You can get it for like $7 For $12, you get a sweet poster that's 11 by 17. For $20, you get an internet troll shirt, which it's not going to fit me because I'm too fat for it, but it's a sweet t-shirt. Go ahead and check this out. Here is the teaser trailer.
Usually I just say I'm a YouTuber. People, oh, you like watching YouTube videos? And I'm like, no, I'm like one of those guys that makes them.
The way that we're now watching our news and our entertainment, it's the most important change that's ever happened to media in my lifetime.
People ask me, like, when did things begin to change? And it all happened at once.
Get more views, get more people clicking your ads, you're gonna make more money. It's as simple as that.
I think it's kind of a loner thing, but that's why I like it.
And I was about to sell my computer because I had no clue how I was gonna pay the next rent.
I think they still probably assume it's just like a fun hobby that I do, and I'm actually a mechanic or something.
It becomes more about the game of YouTubing than, you know, the art of making something really creative and cool.
And how did I forget about two of the best guys? Cena Anners is in the documentary. And
I'm trying to steal all Tubby's thunder right now.
And so is Wheezy Waiter. Tout.com/Tubby. I cannot get this out enough. You got to tout me.
YouTube.com/Mr. Hurricane with 2 eyes. Don't know why, I just did it that one time.
37 followers on the tout. 37 followers. Well, I'm glad that 3 of you went and subscribed to Junk Gaming Videos. If you're still watching at this point, it's in the description. Junk Gaming Videos. Go subscribe to him. Go say, hey, nerd, Tubby sent me. All right.
If you want someone who's not going to pull any punches, is going to tell you how it is. That's how Junk does his.
That's why he's not on my stream right now. All right, guys. Until next time.
I hate Tubby.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a dick. He will never come work with me. You'll never come hang out. You'll never go to any events. You'll never do anything. I invited you to a WrestleMania party tonight. You're like, man, I'm working with my dad. Jesus. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Until next time.
Tubby?
We'll see you guys.
Just kidding. I'm not actually crying.